It's Pacers shock Metro Detroit. Three siblings found in soiled clothes, abandoned for years, living in a home filled with mold, trash, and feces. And you wouldn't do this I love your child. Fulton County Sheriff Michael was sure that the
Hey,
mother,
I shouldn't hear your
no
mouth.
one knew about the kids' situation. They were left without hygiene supplies, and food was only periodically delivered. The sisters, ages 12 and 13, were sleeping on pizza boxes, and their 15-year-old brother was the only one who went outside just twice in 5 years. We lose three kids. How they fall through the system. Sheriff Bouchard says the kids hadn't been enrolled in school since 2020, and miseducation caused them to fall through the cracks. A school district in this case received a request for records from another school in Pontiac, but no verification of the children ever moved to that school. And so at some point, when they didn't show up, they were just dropped off the enrollment of the school that sent transfers. So no one knew.
Greetings, family. Greetings. How are you guys? How is everybody doing? Greetings tonight, family. Greetings. Big shout out to each and every one of us. I'm over here watching somebody, and ooh, ooh. And not feeling so well, but I'm holding on in there. I'm fighting it, Because when you live alone, you gotta learn to fight things, because that's when things take a toll on your body when you're not willing to fight. Jaden, you wanna go in the room? Okay, then stop. You know what I mean? So when we're not willing to fight, then that's when, things fight us more. So and the kids just tear up my chair. Just tear up the chair just now. So greetings to you all, family. And I miss my stand up. I gotta order me another one.
The mother is still in custody. The sheriff's office has set up a fundraiser that you can donate to these kids. We'll link on our website, wxyz.com.
So not feeling three wonderful family, but I am holding on in there. We managed to cook the fish we said we were gonna cook, and we had some potatoes, so we made that as well. And actually, it was so good. I had some frozen corn that I had bought in the package just for backup, just in case if you never know when rainy day is gonna come. Behave as you're going in and stuff. Yeah, they're not much on because this week there is no school for them. So, but I making sure I get him up to par, guys, and he start reading better than how he was. Because when I get the chance with him, I make sure because work was being clogged up because he was not paying attention. So I get him together, guys, and he reading now. And this evening he was. You should see the look on his face, guys. But you know, when you see the good moments, you will never know to say, "Oh, let me take up a camera," because that's not what the purpose of it was. The purpose of it was to, regardless of what we're going through, the challenges of all of us being sick, and it's just us. I was in the background and I helped him today. I went into a meeting, got out at almost what time did we get out? Almost close to 8 o'clock somewhere there. Yeah, and we got out the meeting. He had his own two session he did today. One with reading, one with writing, and then I had to do a check-in for him. Because when they do homeschooling, they want to know if how is he doing, what are the things, because they're not physically there, so they check in with you as a parent or the guardian or whatever you are to that child in that child once you're playing a role. Yeah, so they check in to see how he was doing, how is everything, what may frustrate me with him, or and you got to be honest about everything and so forth. So the teacher told me, okay, the good news right there and everything, and then whatever else or so, but I buckled down with him, because yes, guys. So and they start reading. They got a reading corner, so they challenging themselves and stuff. The little one not feeling good, so he fell asleep little early after eating. Then they wake up back, and the big one was just doing his work, not without me being there, because I had to sat with him for however long he was there and get up some of his work together, and then we'd finish with maths for this week. We just have Ed Momentum, which is only an hour he needs to spend in there Today I told him to go in there, but he had something to do. So I was asking him to do something else. So he said, Mama, you know what, when you come in, but I just finished the whole maths for the week with him, work with him through his book and get him up to par. So tomorrow now he know later tomorrow now he know that he gotta go into momentum for 1 hour. So that's a must and stuff. So I'm working with him, guys, and I'm so happy he getting the hang of the reading, because I'm saying there's no way you should have so many books in your house and your children should be lagging because they stubborn, you know. And not only just stubborn, I gotta make sure I put in that at least an hour for him to be able to be lover of book. The little one love books, but I want the big one to also be there too. Hello, how are you? How are you? Greetings, Dara Street Food. How are you? Greetings. So I was so loving it today, and then I saw him saying, "Yes, I can read." When he said, "Yes, I can read," guys, I tell you, I felt like I want to cry and I couldn't cry. Just give him a big hug and tell him, "Yes, that's the way to go." But what I did, because he do school online, so for me, I'm always constantly trying to find ways to see how well I can help my son. Regardless of, because he have tutor, because he got tutoring for reading, he got tutoring for maths, he got me, he got his teachers. But regardless of that, I always wanted to find a way, because when they give them the paragraph online, they say, I am from Cambodia, and I am from Jamaica originally, but I'm living in Michigan. I'm living in Michigan, but I'm originally from Jamaica. And but nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So Cambodia, where can you find that? Which country, state, if you don't mind? I'm thinking Africa, but I'm not sure. Could be wrong. So one of the thing I found out with the reading, they give him anybody do homeschool understand will understand what I'm trying to explain here now. They gave him a passage to read in the reading section. And in the reading section, it can be so overwhelming, especially if you read everything for the child and that child is not grasping everything that he have to do on his own. So what I was able to do, because I used to get so frustrated at him, and one day I just heard a voice say, "You cannot do that. How about you break the things apart? And you should know better than that," because I literally should. Okay, appreciate, not a problem. Thank you for your love. I have to say thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by and everything. Appreciate that. So I was saying, how can I get him to know? Because sometimes, when a child looking at the whole passage, it can be overwhelming, family. I'm telling you. If you have young children and you give them a whole passage to read and then look at it, they're looking at that passage as a pile. So they think it's a whole lot of work to do. Even us as adults, sometimes somebody give us a book and you look at it and you're like, what? Barry, walking exercise for your health. How are you, Barry? How are you? Blessings, blessings. Thank you so much. Appreciate, all right? Appreciate each and every one of us. So what I did was start to dissect the paragraph. And when I mean dissect the paragraphs, most time he get two paragraphs, sometimes he have four. And the first one maybe the biggest paragraph he have to read with the different stanzas and stuff like that. So what I did, instead of me start getting frustrated, because I used to, you know what I mean? Because like when you read it to a child 3 4 times, you expect the child to know something. So yeah. And then after that, I'm just this, next month is reading month, family. So anybody out there, you have your children and you need to get them up to par or so forth, I'm just sharing some of these things to show you what I did with my son, and try, be consistent with him in a lot of stuff to get him up to par. So if you're one of those family who are in that category, you may be working some days and it's kind of hard for you sometimes, but when you can catch on, with your child. I say never too late, you know what I mean? And 2 week persistency is a key element to anything too. 2 weeks, you just need 2 solid weeks. Barry said, I am good. How about yourself? I am under the weather, Barry. We all got sick. So right now where I'm talking and I'm stuffy and achy, headachy, because you got to stiff your nose so much and stuff like that. but I'm still trying not to, feel so stressed out about it because all of us is literally sick. I was literally here a few minutes ago helping my son with his work and everything, and he was just sneezing, sneezing. We have medicine though. We have medicine, over the counter meds, but common cold medicine stuff like that. Plus, I had some medicine my mom had made before she left, some honey and garlic and stuff. So the kid's not gonna want to take that one. So it's just me gonna have to take it. Yes. So what I did, instead of having him look at the whole paragraph, let's say this is a whole paragraph. So instead of having him look at the whole paragraph, what I did was, you know, just draw. What I did was just draw. You're not going. It's a blank page, guy. So I would let him read up here with the different stanzas. The lines. I think we call them stanzas and stuff. And when he finished reading here, what he read it like 3-4 times, and then afterwards he go keep going again. And Barry said, "Wow, so sorry to hear that you are all feeling. Yes, I'm telling you, it hit us hard this time, but we're gonna fight and pull through." So yes, but next month is reading month, and I know a lot of parents want their kids to strive to excellence and everything like myself. You know, I know that. So yeah. So what I did was let him read like up here so first and read it 3-4 times, and then when he can do it now, then I said, okay, now I go record him because I had to record him. So I record him following through. He had mishaps. Don't get me wrong. Maybe he's drop a letter, say a word that don't belongs or anything. But the more you keep going, the more you get it. And then when it come to the second paragraph again, then I have him do that as well, and so forth. So in case if you're out there, parents, and you are trying to get your little ones, even if it's a big children you have, and they can't read or anything, and you're trying to get them you're trying to get your children to the next level. Don't be afraid to dissect the reading workload to help them, because especially if they're not really exposed that much to a lot of stuff. And and some kids, even if they're exposed to it, sometimes that's not their kickoff fish. I would encourage you guys to just start small. Don't start with a big bulk chunk of everything, because that can throw anybody off. It's like you get an application to fill out and you look at all the things you gotta fill out when it's just to get somebody somewhere, and you're like, it's a turn off, eh? Same way with children, they have turn off too. So what I mean? So next month is gonna come reading month. I would encourage every parent start small, so that in a few weeks when the month of March comes, you can start, reading the those books with your children. I start small, and one of the thing we're teaching them how to make sure they recognize the first letter of a word and also the end letter of the word, so that when they look at some of the words in the middle of when you're making a word, when you're pronouncing a word, sometimes some of the word in the middle can be very silent, much silent, and it's maybe three letters you hear literally combined out of all the words, sometimes depending, what I mean. So, and it could be more as well, depending on the length of the word and so forth, how long it is. So start off small, family. Don't pressure them too much, because I can tell you, I was pressuring mine and I wasn't getting nothing. All I was getting, me work myself up. But did I give up? No. What I did was literally find another way to work with my son. And what work was, I had to dissect the paragraphs. Everybody know what paragraphs is. When you move away from the margin and begin, and when the next paragraph go again, the first line always move away from the margin. That's how paragraphs look. And then you take it step by step, and trust me, you read that paragraph over and over and over. If you let's say you read the first paragraph with him there watching you read it, then the second time you let him start and see what word he can recognize in those paragraphs. And then whatever he can recognize, you say, can you recognize the first letter? You're pointing at the word as well, so he can be following along. What I mean? So I'm so happy when he said, "Mommy, yes, I can read." But he don't understand. I told him that there's gonna be a lot more to reading than, yes, you finally master the art of what you were reading. I say you're gonna come across more words, but the more you read and the more you widen your vocabulary as well with words, then the more you're going to be able to become a better reader. And I see he's trying, guys. I see his growth. But when I tell you, it was not yet without his struggle, guys. I had a lot of struggle to get him there, and many times you will say, but you have a background in this, you have a background in that. That don't really set you up for your children, because you can have a background in that, and you yourself is drained, exhausted, overwhelmed from a lot more things than what you would have, what I mean. But when you get into the meat of the matter, I'm telling you. And then his school also gave him a shout out for improvement in reading. And then his teacher called me this morning when I told his teacher that he literally read the book. We were reading the book called The Grasshopper and the Ants. That was so much fun, that book. Yes. Dapper PH, greetings. How are you? Greetings. Say hello, my queen. How are you? Lunch break. Digging in here. All right. Bless up, brother. Bless up. Bless up. How are you? How are you? All right, bless it. Thank you for passing too. Thank you. But you know how we go. We gotta eat and go, man. We catch up, We catch up on the Saturdays. We see you on the Saturdays, all right? So manners of our respect to everyone. So guys, just take my foolish advice, guys. I'm telling you, if you're out there as a parent and you're saying my son is not reading, my daughter is not reading or anything, start off small. Don't force them with a whole bulk of paragraph, and stick to one book too, because what was happening also last year when we had to do reading with him as well on his site that he have to upload. They used to give them like this book this today, another book tomorrow. And I think I had said something about that too, and I was saying, I think if they give them maybe one book maybe twice a day, two per week or so, that will also help them too. A book will reinforce itself, because the more you read that book for, think about the 5 days they go to school, and the 5 days they go to school, that book is being read to them every day. Now it's going to become a part of their vocabulary, and a lot of those words they're going to remember them, especially if they're a quick learner, what I mean. And they're able to recognize them, identify them, and so they may not be able to spell them, but we can always take some words out the book and teach them how to spell them. That's not hard. We used to create flashcard using cardboards. Anybody remember cardboard days when you use cardboards to your peers give you cardboards, maybe in the Jamaica arena or so? I can speak of that for myself. Right, our cornflakes box, we used to cut them out with scissors, nice and neat, and write words on there and just have it running across. What is this? Like we call them flashcards. They still flashcards now, but nothing like a handmade thing, because you make it and you're willing to learn what's on there, and you feel so good. What I mean? So it's a good start, because I say, you know what? I complained when the bookshelf was here that they didn't have no real way to go around and interact with books. No, they're interacting with their books. Put on a little carpet thing. So they over there, they interact with their books. They come with, they reading the Bible. They come with the mom, what is this? They asking a bunch of questions now. They have variety of books. They can choose whatever they want. So that's a blessing, guys. So don't give up off your children if they're struggling with reading or anything. Epic is a good one that we've been using since he was a little baby as well too. But when you go through situations and moving and stress start become more, having another child in the home, because before when it was just me and him, we used to read like at least 20 books per day, but the books are short. So when you look at 20 books, you will say that's a lot of book. No, the words were maybe 3 pages, and you have these just a line in each and pictures and so. So it wasn't anything too much. I used to make reading be fun, and I'm doing the same thing again. What I mean? So I'm so happy for that. You know, so I'm so happy for that. So next month is reading month, guys, and I want all parents out there to encourage your children. Start to encourage your children, and encouraging your children begins with you. And even if you are a parent and you're still struggling with reading yourself, it's okay. Start with your pictures, because most of you will know what the picture is. Sometimes you may not be able to recognize the words yourself. Punch that word into Google. Google can tell you the name of the word by sound. So if you want to know what that word is, to also help you and help your children. So while they're reading, you know what I mean? So Don't be afraid. There's no shame in the game. Gone were the days where we talk about shame and all these things and the embarrassment. Because a lot of people have children when they were very young themselves, so they didn't get to explore much. Because now they start to think into a different arena. But it's never too late for you to get back up, pick yourself up, so that it can be better for you and your children. Because while you're teaching them also to read, you're also teaching yourself. Like me, I'm teaching my child how to do math. I'm also teaching myself. I'm teaching him how to pronounce word. I'm also teaching myself how to pronounce word in family. So if your parents are you're out there and you realize that things not going the way you want to with the child need to be up to par, get on the starting list, which is you. Start somewhere. Sometimes you're driving home and you pick them up from school, you're having discussion with them. Throw out a word at them, especially if they're the older ones. Who can spell this word? I bet you can spell stop sign. I bet you can spell stop light. I bet you can spell red light. Something challenge the minds so that they can get out there. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing my children now reading the street sign when I'm driving. I'm like, where did you see that street sign? I didn't even see it. And I'm at the front, I should be able to see everything. They at the back, they're paying attention to their surroundings. Mommy, we're going that way. And when they see me pass the house, they're like, why did you go this direction? Where are we go? They start to question me now. Where are we going, mama? You know what I mean? So yes, make reading be a habit in the house. I understand sometimes it's not gonna be easy because it's you alone, it's me alone too. But I'm telling you, we can do it. And sometimes even if you're not alone, but one person works so hard and it's hard for you to just come in and do what you gotta do, but don't give up. Don't give up. What I mean? Make reading be fun in the house, because when they can read, you realize that a lot of the stress will come off you. Because when you tell them to go pick their book up, they know exactly what to do and stuff. And even with art, I see him. We were reading a book, and in the book they were asking him to draw. So he gotta read the thing, and then he gotta teach you how to draw. And he was able to draw. He was able to do his little art. I'm like, okay, I don't think at this age I could scribble anything. So he was scribbling a little bit. Look, he was scribbling. Before you could not get him to do anything, guys. Sorry. So that's a long way he have come, guys. I'm telling you, when that's a long way, the songwriter say a mighty long way to go. Well, he have come a mighty long way, you know. Because when I start go to the stress, which is I think after I have the younger one, or stuff, then a lot of things, where the neighbor used to harass me and mess with me and all these things. I used before she start messing with me, I used to read book to him, to both of them every single day. But you know what? Once you instill certain things in your children, it never left them. Because when I heard him say, "Mama, the things we used to do, we don't see you do that no more, Mama." And I said, when I get back things together, so and yeah. Then he called me, "Mama, come here." He was in his class today. "Come here, Mama." I said, "What?" Teacher said they have a newsletter. Oh, the other teacher told my teacher that I'm reading now. I said, "Yes, but you gotta keep going." You should see his face this evening, guys. You should see his face. I'm just sharing this for any parents out there that are struggling with your children in anything. It doesn't matter if you're an educator. It doesn't matter if you're a pastor. It doesn't matter if you're an entertainer. It doesn't matter what you are in this world. You're just a regular person or anything, and your kids are struggling with reading. It's never too late to start somewhere. That's all I'm gonna say. It's never too late. Even if yourself cannot read or write, trust me. You can pay for Epic, and they have audiobooks that can also help guide the children. Because when he do Epic, I let him read the audiobooks. And let me tell you something. If you want to know if your children are grasping what they're reading and not just idling, because many people will say, "I don't believe in that," and all of these things. Make sure you are paying attention to those books that they're reading. Very important. You pay attention to the books that they're reading. Because me, I am not afraid to ask him question about the book. He be right here beside me and I'm reading a book. And I sometimes I see he be looking all over the place and I'm like, is he following what I'm saying? And right when I'm reading, I just ask him a question. I say, who was begging who for food? And he said, Mama, the grasshopper. We're reading the book about the ants and the grasshopper. Because the ants was storing food for the winter. And the grasshopper was busy singing. So while the grasshopper was busy singing, one day the ant saw the grasshopper and said to the grasshopper, aren't you gonna store some food for the winter? And the grasshopper just didn't even pay the ants no attention. But the ants were busy working to get the grains stored for the winter while he was out there busy singing. Now when the winter came, the ants were warm. Grasshopper they saw grasshopper him knock him call him. I think they were knocking or something. Say if they have any food to give him to eat. Remember the ants told him to get some food stored for the winter. And because he was, I don't know, probably too bougie for it or too prideful, winter came, he didn't have nothing to eat. He had to go over to the ants and ask. But the ants was nice to give him the food, not without a warning. I'm gonna give it to you now, but make sure next year you prepare your food for the winter. That was a good one. It's like, in other words, I'm gonna help you now, but do not beg me next year. So it was fun. And then the other book that we read last week was the one with the hare and the turtles with the turtle, but they call him turtles. And I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. But anyway, that one was so funny because the hare, he was so, if you look at the story, how they draw the pictures of the illustration and all of that, it was so beautiful, guys. I was having a blast with the book, me and the kids. So the hare said, look at you, look at you. You are so slow. Why I laugh is because I always cursing at Jenny when I used to read something to him and we have to record him reading, and I used to always cuss at him. You're so slow, blah 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 blah. So when that book came along and we were reading the book, and as soon as I heard that part when he turned the hero said, look at you, you're so slow. I'm gonna win the race. And the turtle said, okay, let's have a race, see who will win. The turtle is so confident. Okay, let's have a race. Let's see who will win. So I was laughing because when I hear you are so slow, look at you, you're so slow. I just remember what I used to tell Jaden. Parents, when you start reading books, you're gonna see some of yourself in the books as well. It's depending on how the book is being written. You know, you're gonna see some of yourself in there. In the here, I was busting out laughing. Mega, how are you? How are you? Greetings. Thank you guys for stopping by. So I'm telling you guys, don't give up off your children. Don't give up off yourself. Even if they're reading below the level, it's not too late and anything. What kind of question you got tonight? What kind? Drop it in the chat. You know what I mean? It's never too late, guys. Don't give up. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Don't give up. They have this thing since the pandemic hit. I was introduced to Epic. You can buy the paid version, and I don't buy the paid version because I don't have it to keep rotating like that. You know what I mean? But I got plenty of books, as well as I capitalize on the books that are from 7 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. So I utilize that free resource. Mega said, did your landlord retaliate against you after court? No, no. But the last time they raised my rent, and then when I talked to them about it, then they increased it little more. But that was that. But no, no, because it wasn't really anything. It wasn't my fault while they take me to court. I did not sign up for court. They're the one who put me in court. You know what I mean? So that's their mess. So they had to eat their mess. But everything had been resolved. Or so. No, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. I'm just saying that was their mess. You know, they're the one who dragged me there for no reason. You know, I guess people challenge you when they're renting to see if they can break you. You know what I mean? So Always have to have powers and believe in God that He can renew your strength. Yes, 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 they did. Everything is all right now. I'm always paying my bills, doing no matter what, how struggle, no matter how much I'm struggling, I'm always making sure this is paid. It's challenging, but yeah, no hitting. You did good just now. Don't run your brain out. Keep that information. You want water? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate. Thank you for your concern. Thank you. But everything is okay. Everything is okay. I'm minding my business. They minding theirs. Nobody messing with me. Nobody don't even bother me. I don't have no loud neighbors. I heard some footstep over my head, but nothing. Everything is just minimal. Nobody bothering me. I don't bother people. People even invite me to their house, and me, I bypass. I call you if I have your number and check in and say, hey, how you doing, or so forth. But you know, because I got my children and I gotta protect them because too many things is going on. So I gotta protect them as much as I can. I'm not gonna always be able to protect them 100%, but I can. I'm just trying to do the best I can. Yeah. But everything is all right so far. Giving thanks. Thanks for you to ask about that. What is it? You done? All right. I need you now to go chop it up. Yes, guys. So now March is reading month, and I'm gonna challenge all parents out there. You said thank you. I am thinking about taking them to court. You're thinking about taking them. Oh, you on your end? On your end? Get somebody. So March is reading month, guys. I'm challenging you all to do a 30-day experience with your children. And just remember, if you're consistent with your children, oh, you're asking someone experience. Well, I depending on your situation, I would say if you're gonna take somebody to court, always make sure you have a backup plan. Because if you don't got a backup plan and anything happen, as you say, backfire or retaliation, then you want to know that you have an avenue or a next window. Mom, rub this at your nose. Just a little bit. Don't rub it in your face. Just at your nose. Do like this. Open. Open. You see? Oh. Okay, go. Uh? Mhm. Yes, family. You know what I mean? So you always make sure you see many times things not going our way. And one of the first thing we always look at is put our ego first. So now we're not thinking clearly. Because our ego is the one who just tell us, yes, yes, go do it, go do it. And then you go do it and things backfire at you and you be so mad. You be so mad because when you start to realize, it's more to this than what we're looking at. Sometimes we look at the surface level, but when we start to think deeper into situation, you look, how would that benefit you in the long run? Is it wise? You know, is it this? Because I've been in situation where people told me you should have taken them to court for this or that, and I say, you know what, I'm leaving it into the hands of God because sometimes we want to do this and we want to do that, but sometimes you might not win because it's most times sometimes it's who know who, and worse if you go somewhere everybody know each other, you ain't winning that one. You're gonna be up in there looking like a puppy nose. Your nose cold. It's time for you to be up, you know what I mean? So now from my experience I have to learn to say that we have to think about, yes, well, after a while, once your receipt and all the things that you're doing correctly will stand for you. But I'm saying that if it's not something that is major and stuff like that, Barry says, "Sis, I will catch up with you tomorrow. Blessings. Yes, man. Manners, love, and respect to you, Barry. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate everyone. Remember, family. I know I like to come on late, so if you guys gotta go and go to your bed, remember, I like to say rest is important. We have 365 days. I have all sort of stuff out here. I have shorts. I have videos. You can support me there as well. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys want to support, but I respect at the same time. You know what I mean? I respect because rest is important, especially with them talking about all these kind of disease and stuff when you don't get adequate rest and all these blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So those things are important. But Mega, make sure you fact check everything first, you know. So if you're having a discrepancy with your landlord, sometimes go to them first and see what resolution you can come up with together. You know what I mean? Before we, because I would like to say before we make a fool of ourselves sometime, because sometimes they can have something over your head and you don't even know what it is. And when you go to court or take them to court, that's when you realize that, oh, I was not prepared. You thought you got everything under lock and key, you know what I mean? Or you try that and it doesn't work. Well, maybe the best way sometimes is to get out their way, you know what I mean? Just get out their way, because sometimes when people know they have the upper hand on you, they will still bug you, they will still do everything. So the best way I would tell you sometimes is just to walk away if you can. As the songwriter say, walk away from trouble if you can. Because when you're in somebody's house or so forth, even when the law aims against your side, most time you're not gonna be happy, because even if you win something or still in somebody's place, you're still not gonna be 100% happy, because you don't know what next somebody's gonna plot against you. You don't know what next is coming. You don't know what's gonna happen. They could probably say, you know what, I could get you out by selling the house. I could get you out by doing this. I could get you out by, no longer want to be the manager of the company, or no longer want to be the owner of this house. And then the new person coming in can say, hey, I don't want you in here. They give you out so much. So many things can be going on. Oh yes, yes, yes. And sometimes we just have to step out in faith. Cause sometimes we at a crossroad in our life. But when we look at we live in somebody's place and we know it's not ours, I will not agree for you to fight unless they're harassing you. When the harassment becomes a harassment, like somebody literally harassing you and so forth, then yes. But if they're just whatever discrepancy you have and it can be dealt with without the court involved, or so you take it to court and you might not be in the clear. You know what I mean? And even sometimes you get in the clear and then things take a turn for the worse. They decide to sell that house. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? Or that apartment. You know what I mean? You say I don't anything. You go, okay. Well, as long as you don't know anything, also you just start look for somewhere else. You know what I mean? Start look for somewhere else, and sometimes we have to step out in faith. Like my son look at me the other day when everything was going on. We started to look at RVs. Those trailer houses or so that you could have. We start looking at those. We don't got no money for those, but we were just looking at these things. And my son said, "Mommy, I think we should move or live in one of these." Poor thing don't even know mommy care. He was shake. But he was just there supporting. He said, "Mommy, I think you should look into one of these," because we were looking at the 3 bedrooms one. And they're pretty affordable, guys. They are pretty affordable. I was looking at them. It's just that we'd have to do deeper dive into do more research as to see about how the maintenance and all these things go about. But they were super duper nice and most of them were affordable. You know what I mean? And we were looking at them, we were looking at they had 2 bedrooms, they had everything in their bathroom, they had so many things was in there, guys. I'm telling you. You know. You say I'm definitely moving. Yes, that's all we have to just put it in the back of your head. Say, you know what, I'm gonna move. And before you move, you just keep the peace. You know what I mean? Just keep the peace. I like to say we keep the peace because you never know when something happen and you might need them back again. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we wanna retaliate and act out or so, but something could happen down the road and you're left in peace and you want to go back, you hear that they still have a vacant place or so, and you left in peace sometime. they will take you back. But when we left and retaliate and all these things, they don't want you back. No matter how much they know you and how good you were, how much of a pain person you were, but the mere fact that you retaliate, sometimes that's what get you another road. Even if a job you leave, sometimes it's best to just walk away. Don't even say nothing. Just walk away. You know what I mean? Be like how the government deleting everybody out of the job and telling them just move, walk away peacefully, or they get a buyout or something. Sometimes you have to buy out yourself too, just for your peace of mind. You know what I mean? In anything we're doing. You know, sometimes even with my own children, I have to be buying out myself too. When I mean buying out, I'm not talking actually paying them money or anything. But you just literally have to buy out your mind. Because you want your peace. Sometimes you're on the phone and you're talking to somebody and you realize them over here and you over here. That means you guys are not on the same level. Sometimes you have to just buy yourself out. All right, then you have a good day. I'll see you. You know what I mean? So sometimes buy out ourselves. You know, buy out don't mean that you have to physically use money. In these day and age, words are using so different in Lucy sometimes. You know what I mean? Selena the Celestial, hello, good night, good afternoon. How are you? How are you? Hello in the chat, everybody. So buy out ourselves sometime, you know what I mean? Your peace of mind, everything. It's like many times we're here and we're worried about everything. Just buy ourselves out. Buy ourselves out nicely, peacefully. You know, I like to tell people when I met you peacefully. I wanna leave peacefully. If I can't leave peacefully, it's because you're messing with me. But I'm gonna try my endeavor best to leave peacefully. You know, even before I move and come to this place here, I had a landlord and I don't want to go into the deep depth of it. And she tried to tell me, oh, she going this and she going that. And I said, lady, just look at me good. She was going back and forth in email or she started reach out to me. I remember one day I was getting ready for school. I was working at at a school. I was getting ready for the school job and this lady come early in the morning. I actually went late to school. Muy bien, gracias. I'm doing good, my dear. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Gracias. I'm doing good. Yes, I'm doing good. We under the flu. We sorry, we have the flu. All of us have the flu and everything. We under the weather, but apart from that, we're holding on. We're fighting. We're not gonna let this one hold me down because I'm the only one in the house, you know. So with my children, so I have to make sure I stay firm and rooted and grounded. So the Lord is giving me the strength to hold on. So anyway, I was saying I had this landlord and she got some money for me and everything, and she was supposed to put it towards what it need to be put to. Yes, under the weather, you have a soldier and mommy, and you got this. Yes, thank you so much, Celine. I appreciate, and everything. And she was going on, and then I don't know, you know, when people think you're not, when people think you don't have no understanding of a lot of stuff, and it doesn't matter your background. Once people think that you don't understand some things, they will try you. And that's why it's always important to keep abreast of what's going on because people will try you day in, day out. And I remember I had to look at her and I said, she started and come to my house one morning and she said, please don't do the blah 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 blah. I said, lady, why are you harassing me now? I need to go to school. I'm late. I'm literally getting ready to get out the house. And this lady was at the house by 7 o'clock. I'm supposed to be at school by 7, I think 7:30 at the time or anything. And this lady was at my house begging me not to this beg. Let me tell you something. And I talked to her for years about it, and she for years. And then when I was ready to move to come to this place, she was telling me, "Oh, I'm not giving you back your security deposit. Oh, I'm not this." I said, "Lady, you're gonna give me back my security deposit. I'm not asking you. I did nothing to your place. You're gonna give me back my security deposit. I even clean up the place more than how you had given it to me. You are gonna give me back my money." It's a resilient. You are very intelligent. I don't doubt you know what's going on because you are a very good listener. So like that lady was trying to waste your time and take advantage. Oh yeah, she was definitely trying to take advantage. And that's why it's always good to, even if you, let's say you live in Michigan, but you're not from Michigan, you could be from New York or another state or anything, but you come and live anywhere. Always good to have someone that live here, know the streets, know the rope, been in situation like that, they got experience. So you can call them and say, hey lady, hey man, what's going on? And they will tell you what's going on. And do your research at the same time. not just word of mouth, but also do your research and everything. And when she start realize I'm not budging, and then when I move over here, she's supposed to give me back my deposit. She told me she not giving it back to me. She said she can't collate up and I owe her money. I said, lady, you and I both know goddamn well I don't owe you. At the time I said I don't owe you the S to the T. Now I need my security deposit back. And she go on and on. She tried to find all the excuse. I said, lady, I got all my pictures. I need my money back. She tried to take me to court. I said, lady, you're playing with it. You're barking up the wrong tree. Because she done it with other people. I said, lady, you're barking up the wrong tree. So when I move over here now, she's supposed to give me back my money. She have all sort of excuse. I'll pay her no mind. I didn't owe her nothing. Want anybody know me and I anywhere I am renting from? When I owe my light bill, I don't owe these people nothing. So she said she not giving me back my security deposit, and I said, all right. I know somebody she did like that. That person, she took that person $800 security deposit and tell that one single person have no kids or nothing. That oh we find issues with this, oh we find issue with that, and but he didn't want to fight it. I said if it was me, my $800 not going down the drain like that. I don't play with that. Anything you work hard for, you don't play with. They don't play with it, so why should you? You know what I mean? And she said she not giving back my money, and I remember the last I said, lady, you want all, you will lose all. Literally in the email, I told her, I said, lady, you want all, you will lose all. I need my money back. I said, getting greedy. Greed is a thing that will make you lose everything. And she was very much scared to lose everything. Because I know if she had go take me to court, she would have never won. And I'm not asking Jesus, I'm telling you. As I said, I don't want to go into the whole meat of the matter, but I'm just telling you. You know, because people treat people bad some of the time and think that because you sound foolish, you talk foolish, doesn't mean my message or my words are not going to land on you correctly. You know what I mean? So yeah, you say I had someone this morning at my daughter's swim school try and take my money and not give my daughter some lesson she missed out on. Oh man, I'm telling you, these they're everywhere, man. Every corner of the university. It's not just housing, it's everywhere. You know, keep your proof of receipt always. I keep a paper trail of everything because I used to work in law. Yes, don't come for me because I have evidence of. Oh yes, oh yes. You see, and that's the thing, you know, and that's why I wanted when I rent places. I don't rent places to argue with nobody. I rent places because we want somewhere to live. You can't live outside till you can afford your own. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But when people realize that they think, and I use the word think, that they can mess with people, they will try. But you don't have to be rude to these people. You just can clearly tell them, you want all, you will lose all. Then she finally giving because that morning I remember I think we're just going back and forth at it. And me, maybe when I'm talking, you won't hear how much my mouth is. But this lady texting me now and just irritating me, I'm telling you, I'm going off with call run on sentence, no full stop, no comma, no pause, no breaks. That's how you text people when tell you're mad. That's tell clearly that you're mad. No text, no full stop, no comma, no pause, no breaks. I don't put no breaks in nothing. I don't put no full stop in nothing. I don't put barely if you go see capital letter up in something. And all those look what they call it, unprofessional eyes, the ones that we like to put up here where they say unprofessional when they do something professionally. All of that is in there. We don't have no time for professional. You hear me? When I'm done. And I'm telling you, I'm so happy because if I didn't, maybe if when I just came here, yeah. But my first landlord I ever rent from when I just came here, I remember one day he knocked on my door. He was good. He was cool though. I remember he knocked on my door one day and he said, hey, I'm just trying to get me a few dollars to get by for the day. I don't got no money, blah, blah, blah. Is it possible that you could give me the rent early? I said, I'm not giving you the whole rent early. If you want half, I could give you half, but that's about it. I'm learning the ropes now because I never have to rent while I was in my country, never. So I'm learning the ropes now of renting and be on my own. I rented when I was in Maine working, but the rent I was paying there was just something simple because we were working with companies and everything had to be guidelines to for us because we were on the work and travel while we were studying. So that kind of rent is kind of a little bit more different. They couldn't charge us now 500 or 600 or something like that. You know what I mean? They couldn't do that because we were college students and everything. Plus, they were giving more people to them. So I guess they were in like some partnership with the company. I don't know. I don't know that part. Yeah. He said, I have lived in my apartment for 7 years. Last week, we had an issue with the construction and neighbors, etc. And I had to get on the phone to my relator and real estate agent, and I went off. Yeah, sometimes you have to went off. I mean, you just don't want to go too overboard with it because then, you can. Sometimes we go overboard and then we lose more than we lose more than what we would anticipate. He fixed it for me good immediately and said, I have never heard you well or yes. Yes. When people never heard you like that in that situation, they will help you out quick and fast. And you know what? A lot of people used to cuss her out too, and I used to stood up for her. I used to say, listen, man, you can't be they used to call her out of her name. Oh my god. As I said, when I was in my country, I never have to rent anyway. Yes, stay calm always, but I come and go work all the time. Yes, that's to also have to show you cannot be disrespected. Yes, that's 100%. But I used to hear people call her out her name, all the B's, all the H, all the ooh, you name it. Ooh, I'm telling you. And I used to stand up for her too. I used to say, man, you guys can't do that because I know the people them who were doing it to her. When I mean know them, they're neighbors. You know what I mean? And everybody live looking in each other's face. I said, man, you can't be doing that to the people and man and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So they used to calm down after it, but they say, you see this little I'm like, what? But the good thing, she never used to pay them any money either. She just kept going and everything. But it just goes to show that sometimes people, greed is a thing. And greed will get us. You know what I mean? Greed is a thing. And that's why I'm encouraging everybody. March is reading month. Read with your children, educate them. Even if you cannot read, go get down Epic. They have audiobooks on there. They have a lot of stuff on there to help you. Yes, greed is a horrible thing. Yes, when you're greedy, I'm telling you, it's like somebody who get you with $1 million from being greedy, and they realize, oh, this is how it works. Okay, we can go again, and they get greedy again, and then some of them don't even walk out alive. They just walk out because they're greedy. Huh? You walk right into handcuff. You walk 6 man bringing you back. You mash up, you dent up, you crank up, you bend up, you broke up. Don't make no sense. Greed is greed. I'm telling you, especially in the pandemic, a lot of people get so greedy. Greed. Say sorry, Selena said, learn how to be grateful for what little or lot you have because what you may think is nothing may be a whole world to someone else. That's what I teach my daughter. Yes, yes, I agree with that because we have to. And that's what I'm saying. Even though it's go and even though March is really month, we gotta start early. We gotta start early. At least 2 weeks to prepare your children for they we get up to par. Cause I'll be working with mine, so I know. Okay, then lay right there if you're scared. Okay, follow me. Be supportive. Yeah. Only you need a hot tea or something. Yes, I got me some water here. I just took me some medicine and stuff. But I'm telling you, family, educate these children so that because you never know when things gonna happen to you and you won't be able to speak no more, talk no more, walk no more, move no more. So don't be saying putting off the things. When you finally get yourself up, get yourself out there. Because me, Because today, when I see my son say, "Yes, I can read," you should see his face. When I tell you, if I had the camera set up and I set that up, you would see his face. You know what I mean? So start off with them. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people I've seen go to waste back in the days too because they couldn't read or write or count or anything, and they used to have people manage them and manage their money and so. And people really manage them for real. They really manage them. When they're done, is that landlord taking you to court or you taking the landlord? They really manage you. I'm telling you. And then these persons left with nothing. They really manage you. You hear me? So we gotta teach our young boys and young girls now how to manage things, you know. And Selena say, "Oh, I would be so proud of him." Yes, he was just say, "Yes, my daughter used to have a speech impediment too, so I know what it's like." Yes, even the little one that used to have trouble. He be reading now and everything. So I'm so proud. I'm so proud. But people encourage your children because it start now. You don't wait till you broke up your half or you're not here no more. When you're not here no more, you know. I have a elderly friend right now, and I think he said he's sickly or something, and he was saying if anything happened to me, I wanted to go take my son and spend some time with him and everything. And one of his major concern right now, he said he's so scared to leave his child just with anybody because you never know who is who. Lady Jinx, good night. How are you? Good night, my dear. How are you? Yes. Greetings, greetings. Filipina in the house, Australia in the house, USA is everybody in the house. Greetings to everyone. Yes, teach and encourage them now because late is too late. Yeah, it can be very late too because we might not have it at last say, you know. What is in your ears? Yes, probably each because you're sick. Okay, here you go. Throw it away. Lady Jinx saying hello, hello. Yes, you know what I mean. And one of his big concern right now. Say I'm good. Greetings from here. Oh, you're in Hong Kong. Oh, greetings, greetings, greetings to you. I don't know how do I think they say Niyama. Do you speak Chinese? So I think if they speak Chinese, you say Niyama. I can say Niyama in Chinese. Hello. I think that means hello. How are you? Nihama. Yes, I am here working. Oh, okay. So you speak Chinese. Okay, good. All right, Nihama. And I know I'll be watching a YouTube video of how to speak Mandarin. So Niyama, Niyama. Huh? Then take off the pants and go lay down. You're full of excuse. You're the price. This is on. Yes, I'm here working. All right, all right. Gotta get those jobs done. So I'm saying one of his biggest concern is that he's saying, "Who am I gonna leave my children with?" Oh, they speak that kind of language. Oh, cause they have so many different languages. That's the funny part too. You need to sit down, what? Come on, let me rub this one on you. No, you sit down. Hey, you know this song we say "Can't breathe." Oh, they also speak Mandarin. Oh, well, Mandarin is one of the easiest one to learn. So that's the only one I could speak. If I have to communicate with somebody. No, well, I don't. You don't want. He said, "Stop, Mom. I don't want." All right, get back in your bed. Go. Oh, they speak Mandarin too. Yes, cause they have so many different languages. Good, go lay down. Hey, go lay down, or I'm gonna take you in the room. They wanna scamp out with me. They love to watch me. Yeah, so that's good, man. So don't give up, guys. March is really month. Get on it with your children. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't start, it's never too late to start. But you gotta make a start because you see what's happening in the world. You know, you never know when nothing is gonna knock at your door, and then maybe the last secretary you get to give your children something is what they have to hold on to. The power of reading, you know, the power of encouragement, the power of supporting them while you can. Is when I saw that little one today, I see his little face. Yes, Mama, I can read. You should see his face. I mean, he had a big smile from ear to ear. I'm like, boy, you're exposing all the little silver teeth. So I'm telling you. Because all the things that are affecting us as grown folks now, paying bills, going here, doing this, having children, having that. One day our kids gonna grow up and have those things. And if we don't give them anything to hold on to, what are they gonna hold on to? Zero. Yes, resilient. I have to go make dinner. Blessings to you all, resilient, and your family and everyone in the chat. Thank you so much, Selena. And to remember, I know it's late here. It's 12:07 here in Michigan Eastern Time. So even if you guys have to leave and so forth, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Manners of and respect to each and every one. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna stay long on here. Probably stay here another 30 minutes and so. Yes. So thank you guys so much. And Lady Drinks, thank you so much for stopping by. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that stopped by earlier who was here, and to all the public, the private watchers as well. Greetings to each and every one of you as well. To God be the glory. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for the love as well. You know what I mean? Love comes in all forms, so we have to give God thanks for it when it comes. And it's a provocative and very bold story that some love, some things are gonna be silent. You ever get a letter, get something, and you don't know who sent it to you, but there is something sent to you, and you don't know who sent it to you. So you see, love comes silent. Sometimes love come in public, love come privately. Also, so you know, just as long as it's something good, why not claim it? What you hear? My chest kind of feel tight too. I mean, we made Duolingo a very rich app. I mean, you would later think, but no. In the beginning, there was a lot of yes, family. So we're giving God thanks and praise. But then after a while, we ain't gonna stay too long with you. Oh, just coming on here and just where when you have a desire to just trying to be strong, because when you're sick and everybody's sick, it's like oh. Especially by the time I close the computer off and turn off all the lights and everything, the little one start coughing. He start this, and then we start coughing. 'Cause, late night is when things affect you. It's not in the daytime. But remember, family, anything you're going through, always make sure your children, and take care of your children, guys. Too many things. I've been seeing a whole lot going on the news now. It's so many things, you know what I mean? And that's why, yes, we gotta give children tough love, but some of the love are too extreme. It's overboard now. That's no more tough love. That's like abuse. Tough love is when you really want them to learn something, to educate them, to help them to navigate the world on their own and stuff like that. But when we start to do things now that are putting children life in more of this and that, it's tough, man. Get those books out, educate them ourselves so they can stand on their own. Because a lot of time we as parents, we want to do everything for our children when they're so young, but that's where we need to start teach them to be independent. So therefore, yesterday my son was able to go get the fish out the oven, out the not the oven, out the fridge, the deep freezer, and he was able to put them together, and he used his lemon pepper to season it. Because I started him off with one seasoning, and then he come and said, "Mommy, we're gonna make some fish," and he was there, So things are getting overwhelmed because we as parents tend to want to do everything for our children when they are young. We're not taking care of our mental health, so our mental health start to decline, and we get frustrated at the kids. And as a mother, I know how frustrated it can be at times, especially when bills are piling up. Children, we want like a siren in your ears. You don't know where the next meal is coming from. You don't know where the next money is coming from to pay you. So many things are wrapping up with us and entangle. And then when the kids come right in those entanglement and say, "Mama, Papa, so and so," we start to take it out on those little things, those little children. Now we're going through so much. We're going through our own depression and anxiety and all these things, and the brunch of everything is laid upon those children, poor innocent children. I can tell you, as a mother, I know what I go through. and I have to be fighting. So I'm telling your parents now, start teaching your children to be as independent as possible. So when you're having your meltdowns or your turmoil phase or anything, talk to them, use your words, don't be afraid, because think about, you have to be suffering now because of the decision you're gonna make in the next day, or within those time when you're not thinking, because you're going through so much and you're so worked up, and then kids coming, then you cannot tolerate all of those things. It is real, and stop lying to ourselves, be honest with ourselves. With children is right there, they can help us. Sometimes you might snap at them because you're so angry, but at the same time, give them a code to help you when you're in a meltdown phase. My son code was, how about you help mommy? Teach him, when you hear mommy start go this or go that, you say, mommy, you need to calm down. Something. Give them a code, people, because many of us are having meltdown and we're not honest with ourselves, and our children are suffering, and then sooner or later we all on the national news, embarrassing ourselves, embarrassing our children, and now we feel worthless, we feel worse than what we'll be doing indoors. So give your children codes. It's not just code to say don't talk to stranger, don't answer stranger, anything. Give your children code. So when you are having a meltdown, those children will also know how to help you within that time frame. And you must, at first it might not work, but the more consistent you tell the children to be with it. You can imagine they are little children, but let me tell you something. God will put things into those little minds to help you as parents when you're going through stuff. Sometimes you hear your little kids say, mommy, what is it? What happened? What can I do? And you're like, my son asked me that. What can I do? I said, just give mommy a hug. Just listen to mommy. Take your book up when mommy asks you to, because mommy deal with a lot more and mommy don't want to put it on you. I said, I don't want to have to keep whooping you for things that you need to be doing that is educational to you. So start giving children codes, people, to help you. When you come in, let's say you come in from a stressful day of work, and you realize that your kids are there, and then they start to do some things that you might not like at the time because of the triggers you already have. So now you're not thinking clearly. Give them something to help you out of that. Even if you ask them to just go to their room for an hour or two, you let them know when mommy said go to your room, they know what that is. When mommy say mommy need a break, you know what that is. Also have a family member that if any little thing, they have a phone that they can call that family member and talk to. So that if anything, that family member can reach out to you if you're having a meltdown phase. So they can talk to the children to make sure the children are being safe while they're on the phone with them. You know what I mean? Because I know most family member, if they hear you on the phone snappy at the child, they will get mad at you. And then in that phase, most of us will want to hang the phone up, but at the same time, we will get we get somebody to calm us down. It's shifting our perspective now. So please, family, and I'm telling you, because I know what I go through with my children. I know. But what I go through with my children is more of their work. It's not anything else, you know. So, but if you guys are having a meltdown, please let your children, even if you're a single parent, say yes, I'm single. If you're a single parent, start to have those conversations. Even if you're not a single parent and you live with your husband, your wife, or your children, start to have this discussion. When mommy and daddy need a me time, that can be frustrated for a lot of people depending on how you look at things in your life. That is more important. But also teaching your children how to have some level of independence, is that's what gonna help to release some of the stress. I taught my children early. I don't even use no rag again on them. I bought this stuff at Dollar Tree, that long thing there with the scrub, so they can scrub their body even if I'm going there, because I said nobody should touch you. Dollar Tree to have some long things there and stuff. You know. How are you? How are you? Greetings. Personal by Andorato. How are you? Miss Sinapback, greeting, Miss Sinapback. How is everybody? Greetings, greetings, blessings, blessings. Yes, some people probably left already, missing up back, but greetings to everyone. Missing up back is saying greetings to everyone. So, give your children codes. It's not just code to say don't talk to strangers, stranger danger. Give them a code for when you guys are having a meltdown. Trust me, it work. Sometimes it might not work within the first few minutes, but trust me, it will work. It work. It work, family. Reinforce it in your children. Start have discussion early. And a lot of us parents, we're dealing with the breakup situation where the partner no longer in the house, you guys not getting along no more. Sometimes everybody start looking at the children and, oh, look at this one, it look just like in daddy. Look at this one, look just like your mama. Then all of a sudden, the child become your problem. And when I mean the problem, the child become the subject of your target, and it should never have to. So give your children some things to hold firm onto. So even if you have to tell them if you're gonna snap at them, I say run to your room, run. That's protecting them because you know the right that you're having until you can find a way to calm down. And you will thank those children for helping you in the moment. I remember I'm coming in, I work in midnight and I'm so tired and exhausted. And my big son would say, Mommy, go get some rest. I'll take care of my brother. Food is already in the house, so I make sure food is always there for them. So if any little thing is not hungry, if I'm here or some, so please, people, please, because the news nowadays, especially in Michigan, so many things are happening. People are having so many meltdown, and the kids are the center of everything. I just saw on the news recently where a mother left her children for they don't even know how many years, and those children weren't going to school. And I'm saying nobody aware to check. What about those family members? I don't got no family member here, so I can only imagine, But nobody check to say how is the kids? Are we gonna check on the kids? When they describing the situation, they say like a feel, and that's what I'm telling your parents. Even though you have a meltdown, are we tired? Are we exhausted? Always make sure your children room don't have no garbage on the floor. Even if one or two clothes throw down there, you can always pick it up. But garbage, filth, and all this something like no, 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 no. That's not looking good on you as a parent. Then in the head, no, you're gonna wonder who lay down with you. You know what I mean? All those questions gonna be asked when things come blow up in the public. All those you might not hear it out there loud, but somebody's gonna say, "Who's really in their right mind?" Doesn't mean you were like that before. And that's why we have to have education about these things because a lot of people say, oh, we want kids, but kids really change you after you have them. Sometimes you might not be that loving person that you used to be no more. And I don't know why. Sometimes you're not this lovey dovey you used to be like, hey, I'm a big auntie, I'm a big uncle, and all these things. After you have children, a lot of things change. Your hormones start to kick in even when you're pregnant. Sometimes you kick the man out your life before the baby's born. He can't tolerate that because he said, why are you being like this? Why are you being hostile? He don't even know it's your hormone. And if there's no intervention, no support system, nothing to support all of that, you have children, you deliver those children, and all of that delivered to the children. All that exhaustion, all that garbage go right to the kids. Now in the middle of it, when the kids are so young, you guys decide to break up and everything. All that stress goes to the children because they're looking at you. Look at you, look like your daddy. I can't even. But that's where you're gonna have support system come into play. Have one person that you can talk to when you're going through something. And family, if you're out there and you know you have family member who have meltdowns and stuff like that, not everybody are built to be so strong. Check on your loved ones. Make sure you know that they're okay. Many of you only when you see them on the national TV making a fool of themselves or they do something or hurt these kids, all of you coming out. Where were you then? And then some of you support the ideas of parents tearing down their kids. All of you happy. Yes. And then when things get out of hand, you guys trying to separate yourself. Why? You can't fight fire with fire, you know what I mean? So teach your kids code, parent family. Teach them. You're having a meltdown. You want your me time. Teach them, because we're not gonna be in this world forever, and sometimes we're looking at the wrong things. You know, break up can bring a whole lot of stress to family as well, and a lot of these things are not being talked about. Because sometimes somebody breaking up with somebody, they didn't even see that coming. They were just there yesterday 100% giving you their 100%, and then something happening, little fight, little argument, and the next person, because he or she was into it, they just divert and they gone. And not everybody are built to be strong when things happen, and that's what can cause a lot of these conflicts. And now the children becomes the equation now, because the children is in the middle. Tag a war here, one pulling here, one pulling there, and then you have so many manipulators out there after situation, after relationship gets sour. Who is not saying I don't want you to see the kids, or I'm not seeing the kids, or you don't want me to see the kids, or you don't want me to do. Nobody wants you to do nothing. If you want to see your children, nobody can stop you, because you can go to court, a fight to make the court show and make you see your children. But out there understanding the world, nobody wants you to see your kids. That's a sweet manipulation tactics you'll be using. But if something happened, we all gonna embarrass ourselves on TV. Oh, she didn't want me to see my kids. Oh, excuse me. Then why you think the court is there to squash things? You gotta be persistent with stuff. If you realize that, okay, now the mother is unfit or anything. These are some of the things why parents are unfit. Because sometimes some of you know the person love you and you grow out of love, and you didn't even break the relationship off properly. You wait till that woman throw the kids out, then when I mean throw them out, you birth the kids, and then all of you just take your time and walk away. And then that woman start have a meltdown because that woman didn't heal from having the baby. That's one. That woman did not have the support. That's two, because when you were supposed to be supportive, you left. Now this woman going with mixed reaction. How am I gonna pay the bill? How am I gonna take care of a kid and do this? How am I gonna do this? Who's gonna help me? So many mixed emotions go through people's head day in, day out. That so many of you people out there not even realizing what is going on. And then some of you manipulate people down the wayside. And then when they get into a situation with you now, you're trying to pull away. It's too late, brother and sister. It's too late. Stand up, face your judgment, take care of your youth. Because one thing, if you know somebody is going through a terminal phase in their life, the court is also there to help back you. That means if the court don't see the mother fit, and you're the next person can take care of the children, they will also fight to also make that meaningful. But being sour and bitter towards the mother, calling the mother out their name and all these things, the court ain't gonna give you the child. They rather give it to a family member, because those sour behavior ain't gonna work. And then some of you using the sweet manipulation. Oh, she didn't want me to do this, she didn't want me to do that. Those are the things you need to cut out. Because when you were doing all this stuff, and she probably said no, you lied to that woman. Oh no, I didn't do nothing. And then boom, I'm pregnant. Some of you are shocked. And sometimes when somebody find out they're pregnant, it's too late. You can't do nothing about it. And then you say, all right, once the baby born, I'm gone. That's added stress you add to that mother. And that's why education going to be the key in a lot of these things. Parenting classes, a lot of these things. Being supportive. You and somebody don't have to be into a relationship no more. And you can be supportive. And ladies as well too. We have to stand up and start to say, you know what? We're not the only person make those children. And if they want to see their kids, they can see their kids. If they don't want to see their kids, that's on them. Because they're going to say, oh, you don't want me to see your kids. See my kid. No, baby love, you didn't ask to see that. You didn't even call. But you're going out there and make yourself a fool out of nothing. But if you see me on the TV, for example, you're going to be called, oh, you're going ready to cover yourself. You didn't cover your what they call it? Pinch, leave an inch and roll. You didn't pinch, leave an inch and roll. So therefore, there was a child. So no, don't try to pinch, leave an inch and roll now. We're in this together. So play your part. So you, because when one, a lot of people think that once somebody do something wrong, the mother gonna get bashed for what she did. But the next part of the equation is the father. What happened to the father? The only way that father is not gonna be bashed, whether in a good way or a bad light, is if that person is deceased. But that person will be bashed. No matter how they look, no matter if they move on, no matter if they married or whatever transition they have done. You didn't pinch, leave an inch and roll. You left everything. Therefore, there is an embryo, and now you have a baby. You went through the stages, and then you guys. I think education gonna be a helpful factor in alleviating a lot of these things, parenting classes, and a lot of stuff like these. And when hospitals start to, people start to come together, not just hospitals, but other people who know that, let's say this person could have a mental health issue before they have children, and they find somebody who were sweet mouthing them, sweet talking them, baby, you're beautiful, you're the sweetest thing, and blah blah blah, love you, and all these lovey-dovey things. And then when they get the pregnant and the woman probably changed because of the hormones that they go through and all these things, I think there should be something documented so that if that person had a problem before they had a child, now they get pregnant, those people can be closely watched. And so, cause doesn't mean that you can't be functional in society. Doesn't mean that you can't go on with your regular lives, everyday lives, and something. Yes, you can still go on with your life, but there's gonna be a point where you can break again. Especially when you struggle so much in life, you can break again, and support is gonna be of importance. Have those documents written down and see how well, you know, every now and then you can check. It's not going to be easy, but at least have a family member that every now and then, can check in and be supportive. You know what I mean? If every one day out of the month or something, 2 days out of a month is good. It may not be a whole lot, it could be more, but everybody have their life to live, to help out with each other. Don't wait till something get out of hand and then everybody wants to help. It's a shame. Things have to really happen. Children have to lose their life and stuff like that for really things to really take a turn. Where was everybody else? There's something not going on with me, something going on with me, and I feel stressed out. So I have a lady friend I can call, and she already told me already, if there's anything about my son that I'm struggling with and dealing with my own personal stress, if I call her one time and I don't get her, call her at least 3 times, and she will know that it's urgent, and she will call me back. If she was doing something, let's say she was doing something, she said she will call me back. I have a sister, same thing. My mama, as much as she can call me, she gonna call me and check in, but they're not here. And then some of your family member, all you guys have to talk about when a woman get pregnant with a man child or anything is trash talk the family. But when something happen like this, all of you gonna be embarrassed, all of you. Up scale, lower scale, down scale, in the middle, whatever fish you scaling, you gonna be in that equation because it's your family member name is calling. Now everybody know who you guys are. Now all of you gonna try to make a 360 run. No, help when you can. Even if the father not doing nothing and you're a good person, you can step up and try to do something. Nobody asking you to do it, because nobody tell nobody to go pinch, leave an inch, and never roll nothing up. That's how all of us come in this world. So don't be looking and say, oh, they should have rolled it. How did you come in here? You didn't come in here by roll up. You know what I mean? You come in here by roll out. Yeah? So just remember, the time we're bashing people, try to find ways to alleviate some of these things and say, you know what? If ever once a month, I'm gonna probably, if I know where they live, leave a note, if especially if that person can tolerate it. Because when some people have babies, you better move. And they can't tolerate you. You know what I mean? But at least you can leave a little note and say, hey, some such and such was here. I brought you some things for the kids. Make sure it's for the children, because if that mother don't like you, don't even buy nothing for the mama. Just buy for the children. They will take it. They will take it. Right? Make sure everything is signed, sealed. No unpackaged stuff. Make sure it's something that is not open, because that peers will throw it in the garbage. At least you try to do it a favor twice a month or however you can do. Make a difference. But don't wait till something get out of hand. Everybody want to be a part of something. Everybody want to be on the news, embarrassing themselves. Everybody want to talk about this and talk about that. No, start be a part of change. You see what is happening in this country. All right, now it gonna affect everybody worldwide. The cost of living, the tariff, the things you're gonna buy, we gonna be affected. A lot of things. So start get with changing. You know your brother get a woman pregnant or anything, start make a difference. Yes, it's not your responsibility, but you make sure you start play a role as an auntie or a cousin or uncle or auntie or whatever. Make a difference, because you never know when what you could have done for that child, and that child become your a lover of the family through you. You don't do nothing, and then that child come out and become prime minister, a legend or anything, and then you all want to run and say, oh, that's my cousin. Or you owning the child that you didn't even care of when they were young. When their mama going crazy, you all talking trash about the mama instead of trying to find a solution. And that's why in life I tell myself, any day God make a change in me, in my life where I can have it to do things, that's what I want to do. I want to make a change. I don't want to contribute to the things that these people are trying to run away from. Mind you know, everybody ain't gonna accept changes, but still do your part. Because when you look on the news, you don't know when is your family member gonna be on the news. It could be anything. You don't have to be pregnancy or anything. They're going through stress. They're going through depression. And talk to our children about peer pressure too. Because a lot of time children, parents talking to them and children feel like, oh, I can't stand my mama, I hate my mama, I hate my papa. Because of what they said to them, not realizing that all mommy is trying to do is protect them. All papa is trying to do is protect them. But when you're ready to protect them, it's too late, because you should have protect them when they are little. When they are little, that's when you protect your children. When you give them a foundation early, to when they grow older, even if you have to bark after them, shout after them when they're younger, but you're steering them in the right direction. Not just barking and no solution, but when you're steering them in the right direction, they will want to realize that later, you know what, mommy did that, my auntie did that, papa did that, or cousin did that. But you guys wait till the kids grow older and then you want to steer them. They already bending their ways already. And if anybody know about children, it's between the age of 3 to I think age 5, children already stuck in their ways already. Are between I think they say 3 to 7 or something like that. They know what they want already out of life. Some kids, parents are facing it now. These kids say, "Mommy, I want an iPhone." I like to tell my kids, "I got two eyes. You want one? I can give you a phone, and then you call it iPhone." You need a tablet. Oh, back in the days, you used to take medication and say, "Give me my tablet and a bottle of water or a glass of water." Now it's a tablet. You don't know which one to use nowadays, eh? So it just goes to show family that we need to be more supportive of our families, our relatives. If they're going through stuff or anything, don't wait, because you don't know when nothing is going to knock at your door. And many of us, we so quick to bash everybody that it's not even funny. But I'm telling you, when anything happen to your family, everybody get knocked with it, because you know you feel embarrassed. And it don't matter what you're wearing, the latest this, the latest, you feel embarrassed. Because now it's in your house. Even if it's not physically in your house, it's your brother, it's your cousin, it's your auntie, something happening to somebody. We gotta stand up, people. Is this 2025? We need to stand up. I'm not saying you must go thief to give it to people, because you never ask them to go there or anything, but be a support system if you can, especially if that person, you know, you have good people out the same way now. are being supportive of a lot of people, regardless of the relationship, someone with their brother, their uncle, their auntie, or whatever. You still have some family member who are supportive. So I applaud all of you. You guys out there, you know yourself. But all the one that go toxic when the relationship go toxic, you guys are nothing but the same thing that you see that person go toxic with. Same thing in one barrel. And when something happen, all of you gonna try to shield one party. Both of you gonna get in trouble. Hey, pinch leave an inch and roll. You never leave none. You roll it out. So why you think you're not gonna be in the equation? Family ain't gonna stay long. I don't know why I lead to here, but we're talking about reading with somebody made a comment about renting and all these things. Make a change in life, guys. That's the only way we're gonna fight what is fighting us. Because remember now, even though we're out and we having our life and we going on and everything, you never know when nothing gonna knock at you though. But we're not gonna stay long, guys. So educate the kids while you can early. Don't wait till they pass 5 because you're gonna have trouble. Have the trouble now, but later on you will be better off because now you already steer them in a way that even if they go out there, they can reel back in because they have something to come back to. But you don't give them nothing. What are they going out there to hold on to? You know what I mean? You just have to make sure you use the DAP. You can Google what DAP mean. Developmentally appropriate practice. That means any information or anything you're gonna talk to your children about, make sure it's age appropriate. Certain things you're gonna talk to them about, make sure it's to their age level. Everything can dissect. Everything that you dissect can also step up a notch. You understand? No conversation not too big to hold with your children, but it's the way in which you go about it. You have to make sure things is appropriate for the children age level. So go read up on DAP, which is developmentally appropriate practices. Well, I think the CDA have it out there too, so you can find out what is that, how to navigate conversation with children. There's so many things that is out there. Use your phone. When I used to go to college, I used to say a lot of us use our phone wrongfully. Me, I used to have all the information on my phone while I was studying because I couldn't afford laptop at the time. Is when I go on the work and travel, or maybe in a second or third year, I was able to get my first laptop. You understand? So my phone at the time was a little smartphone. It wasn't any big phone, but it was a smartphone enough for me to teacher said buy this book. I can buy the book. I said, can I see the page? And I have the phone and every day I go to the library and that one book they said is at the library, but you can buy it if you have it for yourself. I don't got it. Every day I go. All right, print the leaves. Every time I go I have $2. I print the leaves and something. So I was able to when I'm done, I have a whole compilation of that book. So sometimes it's not all about this. If you can get access to it, go to the library, get the access to get whatever you need. Help is out there, people. And sometimes many of us can't navigate our way because of the reading barriers. Reading. So March is reading month. I'm challenging everybody now. Read with your children. Don't wait till they pass, get too older, because when they're stuck in their ways, it's gonna be hard for you to reel them back in. You can reel them in now when they're young, but when they get older, you won't be able to. You understand? When you try, they might cuss you out and embarrass you, and you're not gonna like it. But anyway, family, we ain't gonna stay long, so I want to say big shout out to each and everyone that was here. Thank you guys so much. I'll be ringing up some of you today, not everybody, but I'll be getting to everybody. And I gotta go to because I got a meeting tomorrow. But don't give up off your children, family. Do not give up off them. Keep going, because if you don't, you're gonna be in trouble. And family members, if you're out there, you have the word all, and you can help. Cut out the days because this man and this woman break up, so you're not gonna play a role. But then when time something happen, you all jumping on the bandwagon. Don't be no bandwagon. Be bandwagon now by doing the right thing. You know, because the children gonna be a part of the equation, even if you can't tolerate somebody. Tolerate that person just enough for till that child growing up big enough where you can talk to that child by themselves or anything. You know what I mean? But you don't want to have it out there and yeah, worry how this child is doing or whatever. No, not because your son or your daughter say, oh, this or that. No, you play a role. Grandmothers, grandfathers, or whatever out there. Big up to the good grandmothers and the good grandfathers, the aunts and uncles that are out there that are making it happen. The godfathers, the godmothers, the real OGs. You have to big up to them too, the aunties, the uncles, the cousins who are out there playing a role, even though those children are not theirs. God bless their heart. You have good people out there. But we still gotta fight because it's not over. As the songwriter says, it's not over yet. It's not over. It's not over. You know. But we all want to get mad when a relationship goes sour. That's between the man and the woman. It's not between you and the woman. I don't even care if that woman was popping at the mouth. You remember now when the kids are involved and it's your grandchildren, it's your cousin, it's your whatever. Take care of those children because you don't know what's happening. You don't know what's happening behind those doors. That mother barking after those kids. You know what I mean? I know what I go through, so I can tell you. I can tell you, no sugarcoating. I can tell you that much. I'm telling you now. And then you have some man they out there telling people, "Oh, this woman don't want me see my child." You calling the woman out there name or everything. No woman don't gonna want to walk or have you looking up in their face. But you still gotta step up and take care of your child. You never pinch and leave an inch and roll. So why you rolling away now? You should stay. Anybody for Jamaica know the word tumblebug? You know what a tumblebug is? Anybody know what a tumblebug is? You better start be a tumblebug in your children life. You hear me? I talk about you're just bashing the woman. Start be a tumblebug in your children life. It will be helping you. Man or woman, start be a tumblebug in your children life. Because when anything happen, they're coming for both of us. Not just the mother, but also the embarrassing. You're coming for everybody. So stop feed yourself with a world that think that it take two to have a child in this world. And if you think you only take the mother alone to have that child, you're not Virgin Mary. So please, far from it. So just remember, if you didn't pinch, leave an inch and roll it up, and you pinch, leave an inch and just keep going, you're in trouble. So face your fears, stand up. And you see to all of these women out there too went and they man where they left them baby mama phone or anything, or their wife phone or anything, and they have picking it with and you guys don't want that man to take care of other children that they have out there already. You guys gonna feel the wrath too. You might not feel the wrath of mankind, but you will feel the wrath of God. Because these are some of the things too why a lot of things man just left it up because somehow they're trying to please you guys and neglect their children. For pleasing what? Everything that you see on us gonna get old, it's gonna get lanky, can't use no more. But your children gonna be there for you when all of this get lanky. All this phase we're in. So you gotta make sure your children are your priority no matter what. No matter how thousand relationship you're in, no matter what relationship you're in. As long as you plant a seed, you should be taking care of your seeds. But anyway, family, we ain't staying no longer. So we want to say a big shout out to Miss Sinapback. Thank you for stopping by. Tulo Assessor, personal by Dorado, something like that. Big shout out to you, Lady Jinx. Big shout out to you as well. Thank you so much, Selena the Celestial. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Love, manners, and respect. Let me go up again. Appreciate everyone. I gotta go take me some of this. My head is killing me. Mega. Hope everything work out with you, my brother. You don't give up. You just make sure you dot your I and cross your T and think about some of the things. Go do your research and more. Do some more research to make sure everything find somewhere in case if any little thing. You never know. You know what I mean? Barry, walking exercise for your health. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate. And family. And Dapper PH, big shout out to you, Dapper PH. Thank you guys. I know you say you were on your lunch break, but manners, love, and respect to you as well. And Dara Street Food, big shout out to you. I'm seeing Dara the street food, and there's a Jamaican song I'm singing in my, but anyway, family. So those are the big shout out there to all of these people. Go check them out, guys. And it's a manners of and respect to all the likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers, and everything. Remember, next month is reading month. Start now so you can get in the groove. All right, get in the groove of reading to your children so you can help them out. All right, and parents, if you need support and you're going on, reach out to somebody. Give your children the code to help you get over whatever you're going to go through. Give them something to help you. If you're a single parent and you live alone with your children, things are getting too overwhelmed. Sometimes even when you see the house get too messy too, sometimes you may yell at them, you may scream at them, but also start get involved in helping them clean up so they understand that they see mommy doing it with them, even though they're the one create the mess. They see mommy doing that, they want to do that too, they want to be involved. Now I could tell the kids go clean up, and if they don't want to clean up, I say, okay, let me get the belt. Everybody go clean up right there and then. Because I told them, I'll always ask them, I said, do you think this is fair for you guys to make a mess and then mommy clean it up and so forth? So, guys, please find ways to encourage your children, find ways to be in their lives and everything. Even if you're out there now and you think you can't tolerate this woman or so, find ways to come to common ground. The court system is also there. It may be a long, tedious process sometimes, but if you don't want to go that route, find a way to still support your children. You know where these people live in your life. If you know where they live, send a letter, write something, drop a little gift card or something. Here, mama, go to Walmart, go shopping, do something. Amazon, whatever they can go and go shop for those children, you know, and keep your receipts and everything. Or you go through the court system. If you don't want to do that, do what you can do. You know, reach out to a family member of you that is still friends with the people you were entangled with or anything and so forth, and say, hey, I remember when we were talking, this girl, you so cool with you, or you could say hi to this girl and reach out. Because many of you out there taking care of other people, but your children you're not taking care of. And then when they get turned up dead or something happen, all of you want to be on TV embarrassing yourself. You should get off the TV. They should just put a black screen on the TV right there and then. No show none of your face. But anyway, that's another time, people. So we're gonna pray for each and every one. We're gonna pray for the mothers out there, like ourselves here, you know. And even if you grow now and you elderly now, you grow and you have all your kids or something, you were down there one. Encourage the children around you, encourage the people around you. They might not like what you're saying to them, but that's all right. Look, encouragement, everything you ain't gonna like, because when you're in a mad phase in your life, you ain't gonna think clearly. But give them the ammunition. When something happen, they will really think about it. You know what I mean? So support these people. These people support them. All right. Until then, people, you guys have a blessed night. And thank you for tuning in. All the private watchers. Good night to you all from wherever you were watching from. Thank you guys for stopping by. Manners, love, and respect to each and every one of you. All right. And remember, you guys are not alone. There is help out here in these streets. Sometimes you gotta take a little bit of embarrassment to get what you want. I know that for sure, 100%. But until then, you girls say it again. Peace out.